Hey there, boys and ghouls. It's your friend Tats. I'm back with a new video. We got a brand new 4K to review for today, and boy, am I happy about it. No joke, I'm really happy about it. I'm just stunned because when I put in the pre-order for this from Vinegar Syndrome, well, you guys already know what it is by the title. I'm talking about Dr. Terror's House of Horrors. Got this in today. Yeah, when I put the pre-order in for this one, I thought like when I put the pre-order, okay, I put the pre-order in now, but this isn't going to come out until probably like May or something. Yeah, I cannot believe how fast I got this. Just wow. Like I said, I didn't expect to get this till like May, and then already it was. And then it was just a few days ago I got the uh, the notice on my email that it had been shipped, and then already is like it had been delivered and everything. So it's like wow, I cannot believe the speed at which I got this. So yeah, so I was really happy to dive into this, and just real quick, okay, before, yeah, just only 1 second. All right, we're gonna get into it and we're gonna talk about this, but I figured since I picked this up yesterday and I couldn't resist. I love this beautiful artwork, and since we're talking about a movie that has Christopher Lee in it anyway, I figure I can go ahead and show this off. I picked up this beautiful paperback edition of Frankenstein. I cannot believe how beautiful that artwork is on there. That is so gorgeous. I've already read the book, but just I saw this and I just could not resist just how beautiful that is. And it's got the classic quote, "If I cannot inspire love, I will cause fear." Just look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. But I figured, since we're talking about a movie that has Christopher Lee in it, I figured I'd just kind of go ahead and show this because, as you know, Christopher Lee did play the monster in Curse of Frankenstein. So, and oh yeah, that's right too. And Peter Cushing, I forgot about. Yeah, Peter Cushing is in this movie as well. And Hammer did a series of movies where Peter Cushing played Dr. Frankenstein. So yeah, so I figured why not. But anyway, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Just that artwork alone, man. It's perfect condition book. So anyway, back to what we were supposed to be talking about. Now, this movie here, I was thrilled, and and now it's making me a little bit apprehensive, and I'll get to that in a few minutes. But man, when this came up, I knew I had to have this. I really enjoy this movie. Probably the whole thing stemmed back when I was a kid. I remember going with my parents to a flea market, and I found a VHS tape called Creepy Classics that was hosted by Vincent Price, and it's on YouTube. I mean, you look it up on YouTube, just Creepy Classics, and it's hosted by Vincent Price. And I found the videotape, and it was just Vincent Price talking about different clips from different horror films and stuff. And the tape only cost like 50 cents, so I watched it. And the one segment in here is actually the segment with Christopher Lee, and we'll get to that. But yeah, there was the story where Christopher Lee was, he's an art critic, and it actually has Michael Goff in it, from the Tim Burton Batman movies. So he plays this art critic, and he's basically just talking down on Michael Goff's character because Michael Goff's character is an artist and stuff, and Michael Goff's character ends up humiliating him, and then as a result, Christopher Lee gets revenge on him by running him over with his car, and when he runs him over with the car, he ends up cutting his hand off. And I always remember it's like just the scenes in that Creepy Classics were from that segment, and the most unconvincing hand effect you've ever seen, just the hand like going and getting revenge on Christopher Lee. And so I knew I wanted to see this movie, and then when I finally got the chance to see it, I really did enjoy it. And look at that slipcover though, man. I mean, is that cool or what? I mean, we all know, like, when it comes to slipcovers, boy oh boy oh, Vinegar Syndrome is definitely in the tops. And look at the back there too. Look how gorgeous that is. But I really do enjoy this movie. It's a really good horror anthology. Suspense that claws at every fiber and body and soul. Yeah, how cool is that? Like I said, those eyes, and how cool is that? So anyway, so yeah, that's one of it. You do get reversible cover art here. Okay, there's that, which is obviously the back of the slipcover, but the reversible cover art is actually the front of the slipcover. So I just figured I'd try that a little something different. But anyway, And even though, well, you at least see one of the discs anyway. So, but yeah, so wow, I didn't even have to turn the discs around. How cool is that? Okay, but obviously there's your 4K, there's your Blu-ray, and I mean, just a gorgeous edition all the way around. I mean, Vinegar Syndrome. I mean, it's simple but beautiful. Let me tell you. And here we go. And I did have, for the longest time, I did have the olive Blu-ray of it, which bare bones, no bonus features. This here is loaded with features. Just a second. Sorry, excuse me. Thought I had to sneeze. Anyway, so 4K contains the 98-minute feature presentation of Dr. Terror's House of Horrors, presented in HDR and newly restored from its original 35mm camera negative, with the following sound options: original English mono soundtrack with optional English SDH subtitles, and then audio commentary with director Freddie Francis and moderator Jonathan Southcout. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name. Also included a Blu-ray disc containing everything on the UHD disc, plus the following special features: a new home of horror featurette including never-before-seen interviews with actors Katie Weil, second assistant director Hugh Harlow. I'm sorry, it's so small to read these. Let's see, prop man Arthur Wicks, continuity supervisor Pauline Harlow, and dubbing mixer John Aldred. Tales of Terror, author Stephen Thrower on Dr. Terror's House of Horrors, which of course it's always great to have, like Stephen Thrower or Kim Newman or some. Let's see, House of Cards, an archival making of documentary, archival video interviews with actor Kenny Lynch, actress Ann Bell, and actor Jeremy Kemp. Archival audio interviews with writer-producer Milton Subotsky and producer Max Rosenberg. English trailer, German trailer, Italian trailer, two extensive promotional image galleries. So there you go. So this thing's loaded with features, whereas like I said, I had the, so this is very much an upgrade. I had the olive Blu-ray, and like I said, the Blu-ray had absolutely nothing on it. And so this is absolutely a gorgeous edition in every sense of the word. And as far as the picture quality goes, I was very taken with it. I think clearly, this is easily the best this movie has ever looked. I mean, there is, it's an older film, and yes, it's going to have some grain and stuff in it, but I would be shocked if it came out that, people are complaining about, this presentation, and then Vinegar Syndrome would have to send out replacement discs, in which case I would get one because I ordered it directly from Vinegar Syndrome. But honestly, from everything I've seen here, it looks beautiful, it sounds good, and that was the thing. It's just original mono, and when just testing it with just a regular speaker on my TV, no problems. It sounded fantastic. It sounded glorious, and no problems hearing it. Not the dialogue, none of it. It was all fantastic. Good to go, and but like I said, yeah, it is an older sounding, or it is an older looking film, so you can't really expect it to look, don't expect the whole James Cameron thing, where it's they do a lot of digital work to try to make it look modern. That's not what you're going to get here. But still, like I said, as someone who has seen this movie before, I've seen it, on Blu-ray, streaming, stuff like that. This easily is very much the best this film has ever looked, and if you enjoyed this movie, I definitely recommend getting this. Get on this. And oh man, the thing is this too, it's making me start to be a little bit more cautious money wise, and I do admit that I have went back and a couple of things that I was going to get on 4K, I'm I think I'm going to go ahead and opt for the Blu-ray, because now what I want to do is I want to start saving money in case of stuff like this keeps coming out. Because I want to be at the ready, if this makes any sense. I want to be at the ready because I love these Amicus horror anthologies. All the ones they did. Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror, this one, Asylum, House of Drip Blood, all that kind of stuff. It's like I remember, growing up with those movies and stuff, and I would love the opportunity to be able to get on those immediately if, like Vinegar Syndrome is going to start putting those out on 4K. If that's the possibility we could look forward to. If they're like, okay, we're going to do, the House of Drip Blood, even though people are like, the movie's called The House of Drip Blood, but there's no blood in it. But if they're going to start doing that, I want to be at the ready for something like that, and so like a couple of them, like I admit, like the Indicator 4Ks that I pre-ordered of Patrick and Snapshot, I went back and looked. It's like, these are movies that I've never seen. I don't even know if I'm going to like. I might just go ahead and just settle for getting the Blu-rays for these now and save the extra money. So in case if something does come up where, Vinegar Syndrome comes up and says, hey, we're going to put out, we're going to do a nice edition of this of like, the Tales from the Crypt 1972 horror anthology. We're going to do that on 4K. I want to be at the ready to make sure I can get that. So it is changing my buying habits up just a tiny bit, but not much. I mean, I still want to buy 4K, obviously. But yeah, but I kind of want to be more at the ready in case stuff like this becomes available. And, and I know it might seem like I have a ton of disposable income. I don't have that much disposable income. So I kind of really want to start to kind of pick and choose a little bit more over what I'm going to go after. But this is gorgeous, man. I love this edition. And, oh, man, I am so happy to have this. I'm so happy how fast I got it in the mail. And just, of course, the gorgeous slipcover, which means, hang on a second, we're going to have to case this bad boy. So, hang on a second. Got to protect it. Get in there. Thank you. There we go. Hang on. Oh, come on. Don't be stubborn. There we go. And voila. Hang on a second. We'll get it. So there we go, nice and preserved. There we go. Happy about that. So anyway, though, yeah, definitely. If you love these movies, if you love the Hammer horror, the Amicus horror anthologies, or you want to start getting into them, this is a great way to do it. Get this bad boy, start watching some of these, and oh yeah, I mean, you got a great cast. I mean, come on, man, you got Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, you got young Donald Sutherland, stuff like this. So wow. And that's a fun story, too. Young Donald Sutherland with the vampires. I think vampires end up kind of becoming a prominent thing for him later, because, he dealt with vampires in this. Then he was in the movie version of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Then years back, they did that TV remake of Salem's Lot. He played Stryker. So yeah, so Donald Sutherland's come pretty synonymous with vampires. But yeah, definitely pick this bad boy up. And, oh, yeah. And Vinegar Syndrome, they did a great job. They knocked it out of the park. So, but anyway, so that's it. So if anybody took the time to watch this, I thank you for doing it, and I appreciate you for doing it. I also hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, could you please leave it a like? And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And that's it, boils and ghouls. I'll take care. See you all later. Bye.